The man didn't spend a single penny, yet ended up with 2 baby pandas and custody of the panda. It turns out just moments ago, after the 2 panda cubs completed their postnatal checkup, it was found that all their indicators were very poor. Both heart rate and breathing were extremely weak, and their body temperature had reached critical levels. This situation required professional care. They simply couldn't be released into the wild. Suyuan was about to hand the cubs over to the expert team, when suddenly the mother panda erupted in anger, blocking Suyuan's path. Such close minus-range fury startled all the experts, except for this two-minus-legged creature behind me. No other two-minus-legged creatures can touch my children. This mama bear is dead set. Only Suyuan is allowed to touch them. The experts could only stare helplessly. After some discussion among the experts, they unanimously decided to entrust the panda and her cubs to Suyuan's care, and even assigned a professionals to accompany them. Just as they were about to leave, the panda suddenly tugged at Suyuan. "Wait, I've got stored food in my cave. We need to take it with us." Suyuan smiled helplessly. Who can argue with a national treasure? You just have to indulge them. Seeing Suyuan and the mama bear heading back, Zhang Xiaoyun and Professor Liu exchanged glances and quickly followed. Soon they arrived at a cave. At a glance, there was a large pile of tender bamboo inside. What a true foodie. Director Su, this one plans to take the bamboo back with her, doesn't she? Most likely. Just as they were about to move the bamboo, Zhang Xiaoyun suddenly patted Suyuan's shoulder. Brother Yuan, look, what's that? Following her gaze, in a corner of the cave, there was a dark brown mushroom with a cap. It's Ling Zhi. Professor Liu identified it at a glance. Ling Zhi, I'm going. This must be a treasure, right? What kind of treasure? It's just ordinary medicinal herbs. As for the legendary miraculous Ling Zhi and such, they're all just tricks by drug dealers to hype up prices. Professor Liu, one piece is worthless, but what about a whole patch? Professor Liu initially didn't pay much attention, but when he saw the situation in the distance clearly, even he was stunned. In the area Suyuan was looking at, there were patches after patches of Ling Zhi. Miss this. Looking at the extremely excited Professor Liu, Zhang Xiaoyun was instead a bit confused. Professor, didn't you just say these aren't very valuable? Why are you so excited now? You don't understand. The Ling Zhi on the market and these Ling Zhi are different. Look at the root systems of these Ling Zhi, how they grow. I suspect these Ling Zhi don't exist individually, but are symbiotic. Simply put, these Ling Zhi are likely grown from the same parent. You mean to say, these Ling Zhi are actually from the same plant? Faced with Zhang Xiaoyun's skepticism, Professor Liu had no time to explain. He went directly near the Ling Zhi patch, and began carefully digging. Mother Bear looked puzzled at these inexplicable humans. Hurry up! I still need to take my bamboo to the new home. Hearing Mother Bear's thoughts, Suyuan couldn't help but chuckle. Rubbing her head, he calmed her down, then curiously walked over as well. Zhang Xiaoyun followed along, digging up the Ling Zhi patch. Under Professor Liu's direction, the full picture of the Ling Zhi patch was revealed before them. A dense cluster of Ling Zhi, connected by a massive mycelia network, was an absolutely astonishing sight at first glance. Professor Liu began measuring the area. While explaining, the mycelium spreads underground under suitable conditions, and can continuously grow filaments. Midway through the explanation, Professor Liu suddenly stopped. Oh my god, the underground coverage of this Ganarum lucidum is actually over 1,300 square meters. What the heck? Over 1,300 square meters. Is that for real? Covering an area of over 1,300 square meters. Then this Ganarum lucidum must be over 1,000 years old. Oh, my god, Professor Liu. Are you saying this? This is a millennium-old Ganarum lucidum. Isn't that something fictional? Right, ask Old Keon. Old Keon is a botany professor. He would definitely know. Professor Liu quickly took out his phone and dialed a number. Hey, Old Keon, it's me, Liu Mingyuan. I sent you a picture. Take a look, just now. Director Su of the Hongmeng Zoo discovered what appears to be a millennium-old Ganarum lucidum. What? Let me see. Don't hang up yet. The other end of the call fell silent. The person was probably looking at the picture. Director Su, this is Professor Keon from the Plant Research Institute, a top mycologist in the country. Their institute is currently researching the medicinal value of Ganarum lucidum. If they decide to make an offer to buy it, would you sell or not? Hearing this, Director Su was visibly stunned. The zoo is in need of money right now. Of course, sell it. If the offer is reasonable, definitely sell. Damn it. Old Liu, are you freaking listening? I'm listening. Go ahead. This is extremely rare. Tell Director Su, our institute is willing to offer 20-3 million to purchase it. All he needs to do is nod. The funds will be transferred immediately. Professor Liu looked at Suyuan, asking for his opinion. Suyuan immediately nodded, indicating agreement. Then transfer the money. Our director Suyuan has agreed. Send over the account details. We'll transfer the money immediately. You must stop digging. Absolutely, must not dig anymore. Soon, Suyuan's account received a deposit notification. Ding, your account ending with 4,918 has received 3 million yuan. Looking at the deposit message, Suyuan felt greatly relieved. With this sum of money, the zoo won't have to worry about funds in the short term. Professor Keon quickly arrived at the scene. After a brief handover, Suyuan took the panda, and of course, the panda's food supply back. Upon arriving at the zoo, they went straight to the panda enclosure. Professor Liu saw a Samoyed in the panda enclosure, and his eyes lit up. Director Su, what's the meaning of this? This was abandoned at our zoo's entrance. I thought it fit quite well. So, I placed it here. Doesn't it look a lot like a panda? Alright, it's your zoo. You call the shots. Let's first check on the panda cub's condition. Professor, you got straight to the point. Preparing to examine the cub first, Suyuan nodded. Picked up the cub for Professor Li to inspect. While the mother bear stood guard nearby, the residents saw many people arrive suddenly. Got very excited, barking and running over. Shen Xiaoyun, smiling, squatted down to play with the little fellow. Fortunately, the condition hasn't worsened, and the body temperature has even risen a bit. Maintaining this, the problem shouldn't be serious. At that moment, the Samoyed suddenly barked angrily, continuously and fiercely. Not only that, Mother Bear also stood up, shielding Suyuan and the cub behind her. At the entrance of the Dragon Society, a massive figure, covered in golden fur, walked in. Only then did they get a clear look at Mother Tiger's appearance. Xiang Xiaoyun and Professor Liu were also stunned. Holy crap! This guy isn't on a leash.